Hey everyone, I'm Jane Greaves. What a busy week in New York for art enthusiasts. TIFF just finished, and also independent art fair. Now they have Volta and Nada. Lots of galleries are hosting special exhibitions. Yesterday I saw Kusama at David Zwirner, really outstanding, I highly recommend it. They also have Tuymans in the space next block. Highly anticipated exhibition, Van Gogh Cypresses, is coming next week to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. But of course, the main event this week is Frieze New York. It's coming to the shed right behind me in Hudson Yards for the third time. But what am I doing here wasting time? Let's go inside. With about 60 galleries on 3 floors, it's quite manageable. Lots of galleries are hosting solo booth presentations. House and Worth pays homage to the late American painter and sculptor Jack Whitten. They represent his estate. Gagosian presents an installation of works by New York photographer and activist Nan Goldin. Casey Kaplan shows a single work by Matthew Ronay, which takes the entire wall. And another solo booth presentation is at David Kordansky. The name Lauren Halsey has been buzzing lately, and you'll know why shortly.
This is our 20th anniversary year, in fact.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And we opened our second gallery space last year in Chelsea, and the inaugural presentation for that was this artist that you see here, Lauren Halsey. She was born in 1987 in Los Angeles, California. She got her MFA at CalArts in Los Angeles, sort of a historic sort of art school. And after that, she went and got her MFA at Yale, where she focused in architecture. So, with the works that we see here, which we can talk about a little bit, behind me, for example, is a digital collage. And this is a series that Lauren has made in her practice for a couple of years now. Sort of going back to several years ago, she was working a lot in graphic design, Illustrator, and so for her, she uses it as a way to sort of map out what she calls these digital collages here, which have a lot of different motifs, sort of figures that she looks up to. We have a lot of references to Egyptian architecture, something that she is really in love with and has studied so much. What I have behind you is one of her engravings made out of gypsum, and again, the look of it looks almost like a relief, a carving that you would see in an ancient temple complex. Specifically, Los Angeles as a geographic location is very important to the work itself. She's a young black artist from South Central Los Angeles, which is a neighborhood that has had a lot of change, a lot of development, and specifically gentrification over the last few years. And all of those things have impacted, original business owners, black business owners, and has really changed sort of the landscape and the look of that neighborhood. For her, it's really important to elevate and call attention to that location and to the community and the individuals that live within it, within her work. Lauren Halsey right now is the subject of a very special installation that just opened at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York a few weeks ago in April. And it's on view until October of this year. It's a very special three-dimensional sort of temple-like structure that's sort of a love letter to Los Angeles that was inspired by, there's a famous site, Watts Towers in Los Angeles, that an Italian immigrant created many years ago. And again, sort of calling attention to her community and to Los Angeles. And Lauren is somebody that has had a lot of sort of special museum presentations in the past. There's a lot of special things in the works. So we're really proud to be here in New York at Frieze Week and show her new work to people, especially beside the major installation at the Met.
Spruth Muggers and Karma International presents Swiss artist Pamela Rosenkrantz, whose commissioned work Old Tree is currently on view at the High Line plinth. And as we move along the fair, here's Dastan Gallery from Tehran, Iran. I remember seeing their booth with a kinetic sculpture at Frieze Los Angeles early this year.
Hi, I'm Mameli Shafai. I'm one of Dastan's basement artists, and I'm also helping the gallery as an advisor to program one of the gallery in downtown Tehran.
I read about the name, that it means many hands. Can you allow, it's some kind of a myth, right? Goes back to Farsi mythical stories, right? Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Sure, yeah. Dastan, as you said, means many hands, and that was the idea of Hormuz Hematian, the founder of the gallery, who really believed that the idea of teamwork, being together, making things happen in a collective way, in a community way. And also Dastan is the adjective of one of our Shahnameh is a mythology book by Ferdowsi, is one of our poems, very important poem.
What you brought to New York is pretty amazing. It's all female artist book. Can you please tell me about the artist, about the works you have?
So this is our 5th participation in Frieze New York, and for this time, because of the recent events that have been happening to Iran, we decided to make the presentation more related to women. And as you can see, the presentation is by 5 different artists from 5 different generations. Each piece, each artist is telling their story as like how it is to be a woman in Iran and an artist. For example, Behjat Sadr is one of the pioneers of abstract art, and she was one of the first university professors in Tehran Art University. She's like a mother of abstraction. And for example, Nusha Tavakkolian, her work is called Listen. And as you can see, these are 6 performers trying to sing. But as you know, there are some regulations in Iran that they limit women and they're not allowed to sing as individuals. They're only allowed to sing in groups. So these are each singers, and they're trying to sing and do their perform their acts, but it's as if their voice has been taken away from them because of the limitation that we have there, and you can't really hear them. And we're trying to help the Iranian women in this way that we can.
One of my favorite sections at Frieze is Focus, where you can discover younger galleries and up-and-coming artists. Here's Tiwani Contemporary Gallery from London. Can you please tell me a little bit about the gallery?
Yeah, the gallery was formed in 2011 by Maria Barnaba, a Greek Cypriot who grew up in Lagos. And to celebrate our 10th anniversary, we opened a space in Victoria Island in Lagos in 2022. We are here showing Emma Prempeh. She's an artist with Caribbean and African heritage from St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Ghana.
So I see that there is an audio aspect to this and visual, and there is also like a little bit of video. Can you please tell me about the art?
Yeah, the artist explores the construction of her memories and personal history, departing from the physical interiors that she remembers and that she sees in her family albums, and with that she tries to almost recreate them and manifest them and relieve moments of tenderness, of caring, poignant moments, kind of as well reconstruct her own personal history as a Caribbean woman growing in the UK. This was our first time in Frieze New York, and we were delighted to be here. The show was really successful, and we are really looking forward to come back.
On top floor at LG Lounge, NFT artist 6 and 5 has an exhibition Among the Sky. Take a listen.
I brought 6 new digital artworks that they play in the nature as my main source of inspiration. This time I've been creating my own clouds, and I'm playing with the sun, the moon, and many things that we every day see in the sky, but in my own way. So in my art I usually play with nature, creating my own worlds. This is another way of expression I found this time for this exhibition. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and happy to have this moment to express myself.
And what's with these oversized envelopes plastered on the wall by the escalators, you may wonder? The Internet of Things is the title of this commissioned work by Jessica Vaughn, who is the first recipient of the Frieze Artadia Prize. By intentionally mislabeling addresses, she traces the letter's journey back to her through the USPS system. And this creates sort of a map of America with sites of commerce, entertainment, and publicized violence. Even though I hear the sales this year are a mixed basket, lots of galleries report strong results. Take, for instance, this table at White Cube. It sold for $1.2 million. But there is one Frieze initiative I want to mention before we finish. The Artist Plate Project is a fundraiser for Coalition for the Homeless, which produced 40 new limited edition plates by world-renowned artists. With each plate selling at $250, it can feed up to 100 individuals. They seem to be very popular. And as I see the spinning martini glass, I'll take it as my cue to raise a glass and wrap it up. From New York, I'm Jane Greaves.